Good morning. Thank you all for taking the time to join us at this press briefing. It's being held this morning to formally introduce the 10 contestants who will be competing for the crown in the upcoming Miss Cayman pageant on the 31st of January 2015. I'd like to begin by welcoming Miss Derry Dakers-Lee, the chairperson of the Miss Cayman Islands Committee, and Mrs. Heather Bodden, past deputy chair, as well as the other committee members who are present. I also extend a very, very warm welcome to our Miss Cayman Islands contestants. As you would all be aware, the Miss Cayman pageant has not been held since 2011. Today, I'm very pleased that the Ministry of Tourism can once again stand as a sponsor of this event and can confirm that the government has budgeted $50,000 towards the hosting of the pageant and will also fund a college scholarship prize for the winner. Miss Cayman Islands pageant is a contest that embodies and showcases our country's primary attributes of beauty, grace, strength, and intelligence, and therefore enjoys the Ministry of Tourism's full support. Over the years, the pageant has consistently attracted beautiful and confident young women, and this year is no different, I can assure you. I'm extremely pleased that the committee has once again successfully attracted 10 charming and self-assured young ladies who are keen to hold the title of Miss Cayman Islands. In addition to serving as a tourism ambassador to our country and a role model to women and girls, the winning contestant will volunteer her time in service activities to help others and will proudly represent the Cayman Islands both here and abroad. I'd like to point out that the Ministry of Tourism previously held the franchise for the annual Miss Universe pageant, which enabled the reigning Miss Cayman to also represent our islands on that world-renowned international stage. My ministry is in the process of renewing the franchise, but since the next Miss Universe pageant takes place on the 18th of January, and our Miss Cayman pageant is scheduled for the 31st of January 2015, I'm very hopeful that the Miss Universe organization will grant us a franchise for the following year, 2016. In the meantime, the newly crowned Miss Cayman will have the opportunity to work closely with Miss Cayman Islands Committee, chaired by Miss Derry Dakers, and ably assisted by Deputy Chair Miss Nicole Gordon, along with all the other committee members. Collectively, the committee has many years of professional expertise, as well as firsthand experience in a wide range of relevant subject areas. I'm confident that their dedication and guidance will be most welcomed and will prove to be invaluable to all the participants as they prepare for the competition. I cannot say enough about the committee members who generously volunteer their time, energy, and experience to support the pageant and put together a comprehensive program that equips each contestant, regardless of the outcome of the contest, to become productive and responsible members of the community. But they can only do this if they have our support, all of our support. We all feel immense national pride when the young woman that will represent us locally and internationally is selected. And therefore, the staging of the Miss Cayman Islands pageant should be embraced by the community and viewed as a public-private partnership. Government has invested as much as it can this year, but without the support of the private sector and the wider community, we will not have the level of success that we have enjoyed in previous years. I therefore want to sincerely thank the sponsors that have already come on board for their generosity, and hope that other businesses will follow suit and take advantage of this opportunity to provide sponsorship for these young ladies. In closing, on behalf of the government, I'd like to say that we are most grateful to the organizing committee, the sponsors, and of course, the contestants. While only one young lady can ultimately wear the crown, each of them should be considered winners for signing up and embarking on this incredible journey and lifetime experience. I have to tell you, on the 31st of January 2015, the judges will be tasked with choosing a winner. And I'm thankful that it will be their responsibility and not mine. Otherwise, every one of them would be first place. I'll now hand over to Ms. Derry Dacres-Lee, the chairperson, and invite her to say a few words.
Thank you. I'd like to thank everyone for attending the press conference this morning, and thank the Ministry of Tourism for choosing me as their chairperson. There are obviously others out there that could have been chosen, so I'm definitely going to try my best to live up to the expectations. I would like to thank the Ministry of Tourism, and in particular the Deputy Premier, Mr. Moses Kirkconnell, for the financial assistance and the support that we have received so far. We are truly grateful for this. We have 10 remarkable young ladies that are competing for the crown this year, and they're all very eager to undertake this journey, and we have some training programs in place to ensure that they are well prepared for the pageant. We plan to do a few things differently this year, and one of which is the Minister's Black Tie Ball, which was very popular in the past, and we're looking to bring that back, as well as having the girls in the Pirates Week float parade. We have one platform this year, which is the Cancer Society, and the Cancer Society is one of those non-profit organizations that are not as heavily funded as some of the others. And so, you know, that's primarily the reason why we've chosen the Cancer Society. And cancer is also very prevalent in the Cayman Islands, and some of us have been touched by this disease in one way or the other. So we are definitely looking forward to partnering with the Cancer Society in their efforts to fight this dreadful disease. I have a very resourceful and hardworking, dedicated committee that I am sure will be of great assistance to me as we plan the events leading up to the pageant and the pageant itself, and I'm sure it's going to be a very successful year for us. Thank you. At this time, we're going to actually bring the contestants. We're going to have them introduced by past Deputy Miss Heather Bodden. So they will be coming to the podium shortly.
Contestant number 1.
Hello everyone, from the beautiful district of Georgetown, I am 23-year-old Latrice Haylock.
Contestant number 2.
Hello everyone, I am 20-year-old Mahalia Seymour, representing Georgetown. Thank you.
Contestant number 3.
Hello everyone, I'm Shiloh Scott, representing Cayman Bragg, 20 years old.
Contestant number 4.
Good evening. My name is Kamala Murugezu. I am 25 years old, and I am representing the District of West Bay.
Contestant number 5.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shanique Alicia Smith. I'm 24 years old, and I'll be representing the lovely District of Georgetown. Thank you.
Contestant number 6.
Hello everyone, my name is Stephanie Renee Scott. I'm 23 years old and I'm representing the District of Georgetown.
Contestant number 7.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tony Chisholm. I'm 26 years old, and I'll be representing the District of Northside.
Contestant number 8.
Good afternoon, Cayman. I am 25-year-old Adriana Christian, representing the island's capital of Georgetown. Thank you.
Contestant number 9.
Good morning all and welcome. I am Emily Bodden, 23 years old, representing the District of Georgetown. Thank you for being here.
And contestant number 10.
Good morning. Reigning from the beautiful district of West Bay, I am 24-year-old Anika Connolly. Thank you.
With that, we'll open the floor if there are any questions.
Good morning. I am Shonda Gallego from Radio Cayman.
Good morning.
Good morning, Shonda.
Thought I just mentioned that part. I just have a quick question. You mentioned, Ms. Derry, that there's one platform. If you can, just elaborate more on why one platform for this time around?
I think in recent years, it's obviously, we're trying to make this as smooth as possible this year for us, and in terms of, trying to prepare for the pageant and everything, we decided that the one platform will be, I guess, easier on everyone and to focus on that. And as I mentioned, cancer is a very prevalent disease here on the island, and we figured, that this would be a good choice.
My name is Andrew Harsh. I'm Cayman 27. For the Deputy Premier, you said you're in the process of getting back the franchise. Is there a cost associated to that? And if so, how much?
The first question, yes, we are in the process. Obviously, there's been a 2-year gap between the pageant, so we had to contact the Miss Universe group again. There is a cost to it, and I'm going to say that it's around $10,000 for the franchise. But if you look at the timing of it, what it actually does for the contestant, it will allow them to be Miss Cayman for 11 months and days, and then go to the competition, and hopefully when they win that Miss Universe competition, they'll have another year as a beauty queen.
That was actually a second question that I had. Recent years, because the competition was held so close to the Miss Universe pageant, one might say our contestants didn't have that much time to prepare. Do you think that with them now having almost a full year to prepare, we stand a better chance of actually walking away one day as Miss Universe winner?
Certainly, I think so, because, with the training programs that we now have in place for them leading up to the pageant, they're going to be fully equipped, and then, of course, the winner then will have that extra time to, again, be further prepared for the Miss Universe and any other international pageant.
Speaking of training, could you just give us an idea as to some of the series of training that is taking place?
Well, currently all of them are enrolled with Toastmasters, and that's going to help them with public speaking, thinking, listening, etiquette. We just had the etiquette dinner on Sunday night, which not only teaches them to eat, but also enhance their interaction in a social setting and actually feel comfortable in doing that. We have training in pageantry, which will help them with the runway walking and as well as choosing their wardrobe. We have fitness and health and also training and beauty tips in place.
All right. In terms of the sponsors, can you give us an idea of the sponsors that have come on board?
We have quite a few sponsors on board. We have a few girls that are still waiting for sponsorship, and I would say there's probably about 20, 25 sponsors that are on board with us right now. Do you actually want me to?
Any new ones? any new ones that have come on board?
Yeah, there are a few new ones on board from past years, yes. Which is a good thing, and we want to build the community spirit and actually encourage the private sector, as Mr. Colonel mentioned earlier, to contribute as well.
I'll finish that question answers up by just saying to you there's great diversity in the sponsorship this year. It goes from law firms to radio stations to jewelry stores to a gym. So I think that what it's showing us is that there's interest across the community in this pageant, and we're extremely grateful for what the chairperson of the committee and her team have done in reaching out to the community, because this is truly, to be successful, it has to be a private-public partnership. It costs a lot more than $50,000 to put on a pageant, as this committee has organized and is running with. So we realize that we have to support the committee and the people that are giving so much of their time. We have to support the contestants, and we also have to depend on the community to come on board as partners with us.
Excuse me, Donna Bush from CIG-TV. Without divulging too much, what are some of the benefits for persons or companies who may want to sponsor the pageant or even one of the girls? Again, without divulging too much at this point, what are some of the benefits?
Okay, we have a corporate package for the corporate sponsors, and we have three levels of that sponsorship. You know, some of the, I guess, benefits is actually having their company promoted in our promotional material and the night of the pageant, as well as VIP tickets to you know, some of our events as well as the pageant, and obviously we're building on that.
I see Councillor Hugh is here. What's your role, Councillor Hugh, in the whole scheme of things? I know you fall under the Ministry of Tourism, so what's your role?
Yeah, my role has been, as you just mentioned, under the Ministry as Councillor for the Minister to assist the Minister in putting together the necessary coordination throughout the ministry to help the volunteers, that being the board, pull off the competition. It's very important that we recognize the amount of effort and time that the committee has to put into this. And we know from other events that are struggling that it is very difficult these days to get persons to give up their time and commitment to any sort of event. And the last thing we want to have happen is that the committee becomes frustrated with the process because they're not getting the support they need from the ministry. So whilst the Deputy Premier is dealing with other duties under the ministry, and as Deputy Premier, I act as a contact point for the ministry.
Speaking of longevity and not being discouraged, as far as committee members are concerned, Ms. Heather, I know that you've been with the committee and involved with Ms. Cayman for forever, basically, so you've been there from the beginning. Can you speak to the importance of having a Miss Cayman Islands pageant? I think some people just think it's very superficial and that it doesn't, you know, it's money wasted, whatever the case may be. They're always going to be the critics, but what would you say are some of the benefits, not only to our country, but to the young women, certainly in our community, to being a part of this pageant?
It's many benefits, Donna, and yes, it's been almost 3 years now since we've had a Miss Cayman, so I think Cayman is ready for a new queen. And the benefits are that these girls that are standing behind us today have a large amount of intelligence, and then they also are the winner of a scholarship, which they will go on then to enhance their education. And just taking into consideration, the committee last night discussed the same issue, and we thought it was important that we make the Cayman Islands aware that there are a lot of former Miss Cayman contestants that have gone on and become lawyers, and they are taking the lead in our country. So it's not just about beauty, but they all are very intelligent, and it's done through the education side of the sponsorship with the scholarship.
In addition, sorry, Donna, I just wanted to say in addition to that, part of the reason why the Ministry of Tourism is a major sponsor of this is that the eventual winner of the competition, the Miss Cayman, will have the opportunity to travel and represent the Cayman Islands with the Department of Tourism and to be the face of Cayman. And as we continue to promote Cayman kind, I think you can agree with me that all of these young ladies up here personify Cayman kind, and they will have the opportunities to promote the Cayman Islands on a global stage through the Department of Tourism.
Yeah.
I
Ron,
have
if
one
I could also add to that, this is a real sorority when the chairperson is a beauty queen in her own right, but an ex-contestant. And when you see the number of people who have been involved and the success that they've had, it's a platform for success really in public speaking, how they interact with the community, and how they actually get to know everybody in the community as well. So we think it's extremely important.
I have one final question. So sponsorship is sought for each young lady and to help build the pageant and of course to help offset the cost. But the one girl who goes on, with the crown to the Miss Universe pageant, it takes a lot of money to really prepare that one girl to go off and be the best that she can be. What are the plans as far as raising funding for that one girl who is going to be competing against almost 100 other girls? And if we want them to be their best, how do we take care of those costs, really?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, we do have a series of events leading up to the pageant, which will not only, assist us and hopefully in covering the expense for the pageant itself, but also for the winner, and when she actually wins, and then represent us overseas, and obviously we have that period of time then, which January to, I think the Miss Universe for 2015 is slated for November. So we have that time period as well to fundraise and hopefully get the support of the community to assist us.
I just want to ask one question. You said to get her ready for the 2015 Miss Universe contest, but I thought that Mr. Moses said that they were hoping to get the franchise in 2016. So is she going to the 2015 or 2016?
Well, I think what's happened with the Miss Universe organization this year is that their 2014 really is being held in January.
2015.
Which is the year of 2015. But then their 2015 year is actually slated for November.
Yeah.
So that's the sort of
It's a short.
Yeah, it's going to be a short reign for whoever wins Miss Universe, but it works, very well for us.
If there are no more questions, thank you all very much again for taking the time out today. I'm sure that you agree with all the comments that have been made here, that this is really not about the people sitting here, but about the young ladies here, and we certainly want to encourage them and thank them for being here today with us, and look forward to all of the events that lead up to this. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.